Okay, hi everyone, welcome to my bathroom and another video. This is not the video that I intended to film today, but I am just feeling pretty mentally and emotionally exhausted this week, and I know a lot of you guys are too, so I thought that we would do just something fun and lighthearted, and I'm going to try to dye my hair purple with some natural hair dye. I don't know if this is actually gonna work or not, but it is a semi-permanent hair dye, so if it doesn't go too well, it should only last 4 to 6 weeks. We're going to be using this hair dye from Light Mountain Naturals, and it's a mix of indigo and henna. It comes in a powdered form like this, which you mix with water. And I'm gonna be using the burgundy shade, which from the back looks like it should give me a really nice deep purpley color. But on the instructions on the inside, it actually doesn't really recommend this dark of a color for blonde hair, so we'll see how it works out. And I also should definitely mention that it does encourage you to do a strand test. I did not do that. I just didn't want to wait for it, but you should definitely do a strand test to check the color. I'm just gonna wing it though. Again, worst case scenario, it's only 4 to 6 weeks. Now this kit specifically says that you need to avoid it coming in contact with any kind of metal, so remove all jewelry, earrings, not use any kind of metal containers or metal spoons, and the kit comes with plastic gloves and a plastic hair wrap. I'm also wearing a t-shirt that I don't care too much about. You guys probably recognize this from my t-shirt review video. It's the pack shirt. I've just been wearing this to work out and sleep in. If it does get a little bit dyed, I will probably just dye the whole thing later on. So looking over the instructions more thoroughly, it does look like that for this shade, I should be using a 2-step process and their formula for gray hair. So my results probably are not gonna be exactly the way they're supposed to come out. But again, I'm just feeling like dyeing my hair, so we're gonna go with it. I feel like saying wish me luck, but by the time you guys see this video, it'll have already been dyed. So before we get started, I need to dampen my hair and also boil some water. All right, so I have damp towel dried hair and I have mixed up my big bowl of green sludge. It looks like some kind of swamp goo. I don't know how to describe the smell. It's kind of earthy, like barnyardy almost in a way, but not in like a manure way. I actually don't mind the smell at all. It reminds me a bit of indigo dyeing, which makes sense because there's indigo in here. And some people really don't like the smell of it, but I don't mind it. Even though this isn't the greatest smell, I definitely prefer it over the smell of most hair dyes. So we're gonna get this goopy stuff into my hair. It says to mix it to the consistency of like yogurt, which I think I've done. I added slightly extra water than it said just because it seemed a little bit thick, so hopefully I didn't add too much. Now the instructions say you want to start at the crown of your head and work from the roots out, so that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna use the gloves that it came with. I might use a hair tie to just kind of fasten this towel a bit better around my neck so it doesn't fall down. Now you do put boiling water into the mixture, but you want to obviously let it cool down so that you don't burn yourself. Ooh, hopefully the sound of these crinkly plastic gloves won't be annoying. Maybe it'll be nice, like ASMR. I don't know. Hopefully it's not annoying though and you can still hear me. Let's get started, I guess. So I might just scoop up some and put it right in the middle of my hair and we'll go from there. Maybe I'll zoom you guys in a little bit more. That's kind of as close as I can get. Maybe that's a little better. So I'll just gloop it on first like this, quite a bit maybe, and then maybe it's easier to just get in with the gloves, I don't know. I'm sure as you can already tell, I am not at all a professional in coloring my hair. I used to dye my hair a lot when I was a teenager with just box dyes and different colors and stuff, but I haven't actually dyed my hair in probably 7 or 8 years because I decided that when I was gonna grow my hair out really long and shave it off, I wanted to be able to donate it, and usually you can't have any dye in your hair to do that. So that's why I wanted to do this, because it's been so long since I've dyed my hair and I thought it would be fun. So one thing that I find interesting about this hair dye is that I have used indigo quite a bit for dyeing clothes. And when you dye with indigo, it needs a oxygen-free or anaerobic environment. And you can do that in various ways. You can have a fermented vat, so you can do organic, often using fruit fermentation to remove the oxygen. You can also use a combination of, lye, is it soda ash? I was gonna do an indigo vat this summer and film it, but that unfortunately didn't end up happening, but maybe I'll do it sometime soon if you guys are interested. So what I'm very curious about is with something like this, where it's just indigo mixed with henna, how it properly sets. I don't know enough about the chemistry of indigo to know how it performs in this condition. So this is for sure messy. Definitely protect your surfaces and your clothes. The thing that's nice though is it doesn't seem to be too gloopy or drippy, like it sticks to the hair pretty well. So now that I've put a bunch around on the top of my head, I'm going to go in there with this hand and sort of really mash it all around and try to get all the hair really well coated. So what's gonna be challenging with this is determining when it's actually done. It says you can keep it on from anywhere from 45 minutes to 4 hours, depending on the color, and that's what the strand test is really good for, is knowing exactly how long to leave it on. So my hair is now fully covered and saturated. I'm gonna clean up my hairline and then wrap it in the plastic wrap that was included and then leave it on for 45 minutes to 4 hours. I'm very curious how it's gonna go from this muddy green color to purple. New camera angle because my battery died in my other camera. So all we have left to do with this lovely thing is put on this hair wrap. It's just a plastic bag. Again, this is definitely not the most zero waste approach. I don't know if it's bad that this little front part is sticking out. Maybe I'll try to do something like that. So the front is a bit more covered. Hopefully that'll hold. Okay, so my hair is covered in the plastic wrap and I will see you in 45 minutes to 4 hours. So things are not looking good. I just did a check on this strand of hair. It's like a mix of red and green. I might leave it a little longer, or I don't know, maybe it's time to just rinse it out. I honestly wouldn't mind if it was all green. I just don't want a mix of red and green. So here's my hair. It is like a reddish brown color and I actually like it. I think it's nice for fall and winter, but it isn't the color that I was hoping for. And don't get me wrong, it is completely my fault. The instructions say to always do a strand test. And also, upon doing further research into henna dyeing, which I should have done before trying this, I can't really find anybody who has gone from blonde to like the burgundy purple that I was hoping for. Henna pretty much just gives you a range of reds and browns, and with the indigo you can get some more bluey purpley tones, but that only seems to work well on people with darker hair. And like I mentioned, the instructions for this do even say that for those darker colors on lighter hair, it is a two-step process, which I wasn't aware of when I got the box. Now this is a semi-permanent dye, so I might just let it fade out and it'll probably just go through reddish shades as it fades, because especially along the roots, it is quite red. And I might just let it do that, or I do still have some henna left, so I was also thinking that I might possibly do another henna treatment, but use a lot of heat on that because I didn't use any heat on mine, because the heat apparently really brings out the red tones. So I might go really red. We'll see. I haven't decided yet. So what have I learned from this experience? Obviously, reading the instructions, doing strand tests is for sure important. I knew that going into this, I could get any kind of hair color really, but I was just feeling in the mood to dye my hair and I didn't really care that much how it came out. Overall, I thought the process was pretty simple, but it can get messy, so you want to be sure to have like old towels or old clothes and some kind of wrap to protect your hair from maybe dripping anywhere. Something I do want to say though is that my hair feels amazing. Henna apparently is a really good conditioning treatment. I have heard of people just using it like as a deep conditioner, and I totally get why. If you have brown hair or darker hair, it does look like you can get more of those burgundy shades, but just not on lighter hair. As you guys, I hope know, I do usually put a lot of research into things, but this was just something that on a whim I decided to do, and I definitely should have done more research. There's so much amazing information available if you are interested in natural and henna hair dyeing. So even though I didn't get the color I wanted, I still had a good experience using the natural hair dye, and I would try it again, and at least now I have a better understanding of how it works and what to expect. And I would love to know what you guys think of my hair, or if you've tried natural or henna hair dye, how it worked out for you. Anyways, I hope that you enjoyed this just kind of fun, spontaneous video. Thank you for watching, and thank you so much those of you supporting me on Patreon, and I'll see you in the next one.